Hi, welcome back. So today I thought I'd continue on about anxiety, mainly because I'm still going through my crap, and I wanted to talk to you about the things that I've been through, like the physical aspects, I suppose, of it. And I've written them down so that I didn't forget, because I've been through a whole lot of different things, like those of us who deal with this have. So anyway, numbness in my arms and legs, especially my arms. It sort of a lot of the times feels like they're not there, even though I know they are. Like they just feel really light, and it doesn't stop me from picking up things and actually doing anything. But the numbness is there. Brightness, when I get really, really unwell, it's like the world is really ultra bright. Also sounds are magnified like 1,000%, like everything just, for me, if I go into a place where there's more than a couple of people talking, it sounds like a drone of bees, just this loud humming sort of, and it's horrendous. And I get confused. Not that I'm, like I know who I am and I know where I am and all those sorts of things, but if you were to ask me a question, my mind sort of shuts down. It's like any question, like my kids, Mum, do you know where this is? And anything that causes my brain to have to think, it sort of just stops. Sometimes I actually lose the ability to speak, again for the same reason, because it's like my mind just shuts down and tries to save itself, I suppose, more than anything else. I don't like being touched, which is really sad for my kids when they were younger, because when they come to me for hugs, I couldn't, and I would tell them, I'm really sorry, I love you so much, but I just can't. I had to tell them because I didn't want them to think that it was something that they were doing. And so I also can't think to answer questions, even just simplest things. Mum, do you know where this is? It's like, I can't, just don't talk to me. How do you do this? Well, I know, but at that particular moment I don't. I can't function mentally. There's a lot of physical stuff as far as I think to alleviate the energy that anxiety produces. The fight and flight stuff where you're getting ready to run and fight, so you get this hyped up sort of sense, and when there's nothing to fight and nothing to run from, then you still got all of this continued energy in your body, and so your body's trying to figure some way to get rid of it. And so there's the leg shake for me. Quite often the hand thing, like I noticed in my last video that I did a lot of, I have a rocking thing that happens, and again I think this is all energy related in that, because your body's trying to sort of get rid of the pent up energy inside. I clench my teeth. Quite often I'll be sitting there and it'll sort of like my jaw will start aching, and I'm coming to the realisation it's because my teeth are so tightly clenched together that I actually have to make a conscious effort to relax my jaw. Excuse me. Irritability, another one of those things, like the fuse, it's about this long. And there's nothing I can do about it. I obviously don't allow myself to react when I'm out in public, but once again, the people that have seen my journey, namely my kids, they have to deal with the brunt of, snapping every 2 seconds when I'm in this place, which is really horrible for them. I get breathless. And the fact is that I'm breathing fine, but I feel like I can't breathe. I discussed this with you last time. The good thing for me is today I went to the gym, I did half an hour on the treadmill, and I was fine. No heart attack, no gasping for air, nothing. So I know now that there's nothing physical as in illness, but it is like, it's the anxiety. Everything that goes wrong is my fault. If I'm preparing a meal and it doesn't look the way it's supposed to, if I'm writing something and the words the sentence doesn't seem right, or if I'm drawing something and the picture doesn't look right, I berate myself for everything that's and this is the anxiety. It's not, I find it really difficult to one of the things about anxiety is that it hits anybody, and normally it comes about from somebody else. Something else started our anxiety. You weren't born with it, and so all we can do is try to work on alleviating that from our bodies especially, and our minds. Some of the things that I've done along the way are, I have games on my phone, mind games, as in like things that I have to use my mind for. My things are words. I love word games, and so I have a lot of them on my phone. Creating little intricate things, because that takes my mind off what I'm doing or what's going on at that particular time. It helps take my mind off that. I have been looking online at other ways, because I'm not on medication at the moment, which I don't condone for anybody. It's just something that I have to do at this particular point. But I've been looking online. I even came across, I looked up last night about music to boost serotonin, and there is actually such a thing. YouTube's a pretty wonderful place. So I wanted to let you know about that. I want to also let you know about a woman called Dr. Julie Smith. She's on YouTube. I've only just started watching her, but she seems pretty okay. Normally when I'm ill, I have an issue with listening to people and oh, everything's going to be right, just do this, just do that, and it'll be fine. Like you get those people that just get up, just go and do something, it'll be okay. Getting out in the garden. Normally that frustrates the hell out of me, but this woman doesn't, she seems knowledgeable and she seems helpful, and I think that one of the things that's going to help us is knowledge. The more knowledge we have, the more we'll be able to help ourselves. There's also breathing apps, like breathing exercise apps, when you're having really bad time, to sort of get some oxygen into your system, because oxygen again is one of those things that it helps our body, our complete bodies, so because we breathe so shallowly when we are going through anxiety, that we don't breathe enough to obviously we breathe enough to sustain our bodies, but not to help. And I think one of the things for me is to become aware of what's the illness and what's not. I had for a long time, everything was mental. Everything was mental. This is, the ache here, the pain there, the whatever. Everything was always because I was mental. But it's not always because we're having issues. It's sometimes it's actually physical, medical stuff. One of the things that I've noticed also lately, apart from the clenching of my jaw, is that my tongue is pushing up really hard against the roof of my mouth. And so again, when I realise I'm doing that, I release it and sort of just have it laying at the bottom of my mouth. I think, we need to work at getting better, and it takes work. It's taken me a long time, a really long time, and I'm not better. I'm still working, but I can guarantee you that I'm better now than I was 2 years ago. Definitely 100% in a different place. Wouldn't say, maybe better is not the word, but I'm in a better place now than I was 10, 15 years ago, and even last year, because I'm trying more and more and more things. And people sometimes don't want to go out of their comfort zone because it's easy to be like this, even though it's the most horrendous thing that we deal with in our everyday lives. It's still easier than what's on the other side, which is unknown, and so that in itself presents anxiety for us. But I can tell you, being here now is so much better than where I was back then. And even though I'm not where I want to be, I know I'm getting closer to that. So all I can say to you guys is just keep going, keep pushing, keep reading, keep doing, and I'm here. I understand. So just remember to breathe, remember to smile, and mostly remember you. Remember you. And I'll catch you next time. I love you guys.